Hi everyone! This time I have two porches to put together, one on the side of the house and one on the back of the house. These porches attach to the deck I built last episode, which if you're interested and haven't seen it, the video should be linked on screen and it's also linked in the description. Anyway, both porches have largely similar construction, so I'm going to put them together at the same time. Each porch starts with a 2x8 subfloor. I've framed a lot of floors already in this house, and this is just like all the others. Now I'll make the deck boards. Again, nothing special. The other porch is similar, but as it has to fit into the corner of the foundation, it has a slightly different shape. This will make more sense later. These porches are screened in and have walls. I wanted to make these walls out of 2x6s, but I ran out of 2x6 material. I had a lot of 2x8s, so I decided that I'd cut the 2x8 lumber to make the walls, and then trim them all down to be 2x6 width on the mill. Framing these walls was also quite typical. I've talked a lot about framing walls in some of my previous episodes if you'd like to see a more detailed explanation. And also, we can't forget about the other porch. I built some walls for it too. Notice that both porches have doorways framed into the wall structures. These will accept screen doors, which we will make now. Originally, the plan was to put these together with long steel pins, but that ended up being harder than expected. So instead I used wood glue. Mounting the screen doors was much more of a challenge than expected. Ahead of time, I had bought a bunch of scale door hinges on eBay originally meant for dollhouses. My plan was to somehow attach the screen doors to the frames with these so that they can open and close. But I had to figure out a way to notch out space in the door frame to accept these hinges. Originally, I had planned to use my Dremel to carve out pockets into the door frame. This didn't go so well. My Dremel skills aren't all that great, and I didn't have the skill to control the Dremel and keep it within the lines. So, instead, I popped off one of each pair of jack studs, and carved out 2 pockets on my mill in each. I mounted each hinge to both the frame and the screen door. Here are the 3 screen doors mounted into their frames. Now that the doors are mounted, the porches start to differ. The corner porch above the wall structure has a roof. This is also relatively standard. I constructed a number of sloped roof trusses and installed them above the walls. The porch that goes behind the house is a little bit more complicated. Above the walls is another deck surface which forms a private deck for the master bedroom. This deck surface is constructed just like the other 2 deck surfaces. This upper deck is sloped slightly to force water to run down and collect on the front of the upper porch, where a rain gutter will eventually be installed. Otherwise, the second level porch mirrors the design of the existing deck. Same deck surface, same posts, same railings. With both porches fully constructed, I sanded them to prep them for stain. And then I stained both porches with the same stain as I did the deck. I attached both porches to the existing deck so that structurally they will act as one big unit. And we're done! Well, almost. I still need to install screen on all the porch walls and the screen doors. I'm still waiting for it to arrive, unfortunately, so I'll have to finish that up off camera. Let's take a tour. The back porch can be accessed from the library on the first floor, and has a screen door onto the main deck. The main deck can be accessed from two different double-wide doors in the living room. On the other side of the deck, the second porch can be accessed by going through the screen door, or alternatively, there's an entrance from inside the house off the dining room. And, finally, the other screen door within this porch makes it accessible from the front of the house, by the main door. Both the porches and the deck were a lot of fun, and let me explore framing in a different setting. If you got something out of this and would like to see more status updates on the house in the future, feel free to subscribe. Thanks for watching and see you later.